Hi everyone, Bernard here on behalf of MovieGameNostalgia.com. I'm looking at a little TV series today, a little Amazon effort, an effort from Amazon, a British-based one actually, which is always nice to do, but being based here in the UK, it's always nice to do a British-based Amazon link. And it's, of course, the 8-episodic series Alex Rider. Please, if you're new to the channel, push that all subscribe button in the corner, push the bell notifications and make sure your notifications are set to public so you get to see these, otherwise you might miss out. Yeah, Alex Rider. Yeah, 8 episodes. We've been there before, haven't we? I mean, when I first saw this advertised, I thought I was watching a film I'd already seen before. But obviously, we're going back in time a little bit, aren't we? To another film that came out in the 2000s called Stormbreaker. And obviously this Alex Rider is based on the novels of Antti Horowitz, who obviously published Stormbreaker and Point Blank. And obviously it touches on Stormbreaker and is most of, obviously Point Blank is the, or Blanc or Blank or whatever, whichever way you pronounce it, is what this 8-episode series is based on. And it's a British family adventure spy thriller with plenty of action as well. So it's a family action adventure spy thriller, British adventure, and it stars Otter Ferrant, Ronki Adik Oluo. I am so sorry, I have no idea. Brennick O'Connor, and it's of course the adventures. If you've watched Stormbreaker, you'll know what it's all about. If you've read the books, if you're a fan of the books, so we've got another one of these where people who like the books are going to make disparaging comments about the series, aren't they, or the film in the case of Stormbreaker, which didn't do very well, did it, Stormbreaker? It was actually, what was it, 5.1 out of 10 on Internet Movie Database, Stormbreaker. You know what I liked? I liked it only because Alicia Silverstone was in it, and I did like Alicia Silverstone. She was one of my sort of favourite younger actors or actresses, however way you say it now. So I sort of liked it a little bit more than a 5.1, but I know what they're getting at. And also, you've also got films like Agent Cody Banks, haven't you, which have a similar sort of principle idea of this. Obviously, what I like about this, obviously, it's the adventure. He's a reluctant teen spy, isn't he? Sort of dragged into it, not willingly. Obviously, and he goes off to save the world and work for a sort of subdivision of MI6, I think it is. I don't know which department it is, whether it's there or it's not. Well, is it any good? I mean, it's got good episode scores on Internet Movie Database. The episode score anywhere between 7.4 and 8.3, so that's really, really good. I mean, I must admit the middly episodes sort of did die off a little bit, and they perhaps get the lower scores. Although the first episode that was sort of an introduction, so that's probably why I think that scored 7.4, one of the lowest scores. Overall, it's got a 7.5 out of 10, which is a good, healthy score for a TV drama series, to be honest with you. The positives include comments like solid, loved it, wow, a faithful adaptation. You don't see that often, do you? But again, I've seen quite a few people saying, obviously, it's not really on a par with the books. But there you go. So it's a faithful adaptation of the mainly Point Blank book, obviously, which is, I think, was the second book in the Horowitz's series. The negatives, bad screenplay. Someone wrote it was terrible. So, I mean, you're going to get criticisms, aren't you? I mean, there's 951 reviews. There's not many people. Obviously, only a very small percentage actually bother to write a review. My little thoughts on it, as I said, going in cold. As I said, having liked Stormbreaker, obviously there's immediate comparisons to Stormbreaker, and let's face it, the Stormbreaker didn't do very well, so it did come favourably compared to Stormbreaker. So a lot of people are saying, oh, far better than the film. The book, well, yeah, as I said, someone said it's a faithful adaptation, but you do get the criticism, oh, it's not as good as the book, blah, blah, blah. But you got to get that anyway. I mean, how many things are better than the book? I mean, but this sort of thing inspires me. This series sort of inspired me. Perhaps I know it's a teen book, isn't it? More a teen book. But I mean, I put my young head on. I might go back and listen to the books. I do a lot of listening to books as well as reading. So it's the sort of thing I might download to listen to, you know, just while I'm walking places and things like that. So I might do that, and that's basically based on the series. I was, on how impressed I was with the series. I've heard some criticism of the lead actor, Otter Ferrant. I mean, he's actually 23 in real life, so he's playing a teenager in this. Yeah, and someone said he was far too old, and I thought he played. I mean, perhaps it's my age, but I thought he was a fairly good, young man. He didn't, he certainly doesn't look 23 at times in this series. I think they've done a really good job and picked a good guy, and he does perform very well. He plays the character very, very well. Some obviously ably assisted with some older actors, but a couple of other younger actors in it are excellent as well. So I was quite impressed with the acting side of it, which isn't always so in these British things. The Guardian wrote improbable about it. They said it was improbable. Yeah, it's a film. It's a spy film. It's James Bond. Is James Bond real life? I mean, I don't. As a criticism, The Guardian, I don't know what you expect. I mean, of course, it's improbable. That a young man would be put in there. Would a young man be put in this situation by the security services? Who knows? Who knows? It's quite possible. They also went on to say it was Jason Bourne meets Spooks. Well, having been a big Spooks fan in its time, and obviously an okay fan with Jason Bourne. I'm not. If the story's good, I'm okay. If there's too much action, I get a little bit bored. But that's what I think appeals to me a little bit about Alex Rider. There is action in it. Of course, there's action in it in 8 episodes, and there are quieter times where it's sort of just the thing moves along at not a fast pace, but obviously there's a story to tell as well. And obviously it's to me, a fan of things like the Avengers when I was younger and stuff like this. I like this little quirky side to things, and obviously the Point Blank reference. Obviously, what happens at Point Blank. Obviously, you have to learn things about it and wonder what's going on. I mean, you do fairly early doors, and well, I did anyway, suss out what is going on. But that doesn't make it any less enjoyable, actually, watching the episodes. I did quite enjoy it. As I said, so episodes perhaps 3 and 4, and, well, yeah, I mean, the build-up, etc. to Point Blank, and a couple of the episodes of Point Blank weren't the fastest moving, weren't the most entertaining, but yeah, I mean, obviously 8 episodes, it probably could have squoze into 6 and been a far more compact, more efficient programme, but it didn't put me off watching it. I did enjoy it for what it is. Age-wise, yeah, I mean, it probably will appeal to younger ones, but I said that, I mean, it does go into a bit of a lull sometimes, so that worries me with younger watchers. But I mean, I think anyone from 14, 15, 16 might appreciate this as well as to watch with a family. It is classed as a family film, so I would certainly say even perhaps 12 upwards. I'm being a bit mean there, and so even 12, although they may. They can always go on the phone for 10 minutes, they get a little bit bored and then pick up the story again. There's no great complications in the story. You don't have to watch it avidly, so as a family watch to all together, sat together watching, I think it's well worth it. I mean, there's a few positive comments about the fact it was updated. It's not updated because obviously the original was in 2000, so now you've got all the technological side, obviously, so you've got the current future stuff, all the smartphones, etc. So it's updated for modern times, although we were quite modern in 2000. I don't think we were that bad, but obviously things have moved on in 20 years, haven't they? So yeah, I quite enjoyed Alex Rider. I enjoyed, as I said, 8 episodes. May have been better doing 6, but the end was excellent. I mean, it's a good ending. Obviously, it sets it up as it would do for another series. You obviously gonna know what you're gonna get with these sort of things. That they want to make a little franchise out of them, don't they? Want the thing to carry on for a few seasons at least get 3 or 4 seasons out of it, and it's there for that. And I said that as long as the guy. What's he called? Otto Ferrant stays around. He does a really good job. I was quite impressed, and he can lead it quite happily. I think for another 2 or 3 seasons if he's that way inclined at least. I'm going to give it my score. All right, I'm not going to go mad, but it's certainly better than watchable in my opinion. So I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10. It's a little bit lower than what the Internet Movie Database are giving it, but as I say, it was good. A little bit predictable, a little bit formulaic. But as I said, with the younger audience who perhaps aren't as dyed in the wool as me and seen so much as I have or read so much as I have, I mean, obviously a bit more fresher to me. Obviously, there's a lot of it I sort of could see coming, etc. But I'm going to give it a 6.5. I mean, I could have been pushed to a 7, but I'll stick on my 6.5 because that was my rating, personal rating. But I think other people, and you can see that, would give it a slightly higher rating. Anyway, that's Alex Rider, which is on Amazon now. It's on Amazon Prime at the moment, so if you're an Amazon Prime member, you can watch that now. And obviously, no doubt it'll be available to stream on other sites as well. Anyway, thanks for watching this. Let me know in the comments if you've watched Alex Rider and what you thought of it. Please follow me on Twitter at nostalgia_movie or at Charles Deneen. Deneen spelled D-I-N-N-N. I'll check every couple of days, so if you follow me, I follow everyone back as well, so if you need some followers. And I'm on Facebook at Burn Deneen, and also we have links to moviegamenostalgia.com, my little website for old rare DVDs, movie posters from the 1990s and 2000s, and board games as well. So if you can spend a couple of minutes on moviegamenostalgia.com, if you're looking for a poster from the 90s, you know, with some great films on there, some great actors, you know, as a little gift for someone. They're great for putting in an A2 frame. A lot of them are A2, some are bigger, but a minimum A2 size, most of them, so they're ideal for putting in a frame. And you know, obviously some great memories. And so, as you say, if you watch my little poster specials that I do, I've not done so many recently, there's so much to watch, so many things coming out on TV with the lull in the cinema. But obviously I think the cinema will be back soon as I'm doing this anyway. I don't think it'll be too many weeks before I'll be able to do some cinema reviews as well. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm going to do the rest of the day. Have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your family, and more importantly, let's look after each other. Until we meet again for another one of these little reviews or information vlogs, this is Bernard Deneen saying goodbye for now. See you later.